Hello students, hope all of you are fine. Today I am going to start the topic potentiometer. As you know, in order to measure potential difference between 2 points or potential difference across a circuit, we need a device which is known as voltmeter. But voltmeter, it do not give the accurate reading of the potential difference which is measured by it, as it draws some current from the source of EMF or the source of potential difference connected across it. So in order to measure potential difference accurately, we need a device, and that device is known as potentiometer. So potentiometer, it is a device which is used to measure potential difference or EMF accurately. Now what is the principle of potentiometer? It works on the principle that the fall of potential across any portion of a wire is directly proportional to length of that portion, provided wire is uniform and constant current is flowing through the wire. Mathematically we can write V proportional to L, where L is the length of the wire and V is the potential difference. If we are having a wire of length L and A be the area of cross section of the wire, then we can write resistance of the wire is rho L by A, where rho is the resistivity of the material of the wire, which is constant for a given material at constant temperature. So if I be the current flowing through the wire, then we can write by Ohm's law V is equal to I into R, or that is equal to I rho by A into L. Now as I said, if constant current flows through the wire, then rho, it is constant. A, if wire is uniform, it is also constant. Means for constant current, this factor is constant. So we can write it as K into L, where K is I rho by A. Also we can write K is equal to V over L, and from here V proportional to L. So this K, which is equal to V by L, it is known as potential gradient. So this is the principle of the potentiometer, V proportional to L. Now let us understand this principle. Let this AB be a wire which is connected across source of EMF. Now due to this source of EMF, current will flow through this wire, means there is some potential difference between points A and B. So as we move from end A toward end B, you can see potential, it will go on decreasing, because this end is at higher potential. So as we move from A to B, potential go on decreasing. Now if I consider this point C and this point D, then you can see here potential difference across AC will be less than the potential difference across AD. If length of this wire ABV is equal to L, and if this cell setups a potential difference V naught across it, then the potential gradient will be given as K is equal to V naught over L. This is potential difference per unit length of the wire. So larger the, in this case, length AD, if AC is equal to L and AD is equal to L dash, then you can see that the potential difference, we can write this VAC equal to V naught over L into L, and VAD is equal to V naught over L into L dash, and here L dash, this is L dash and this is L. So L dash is greater than L, means VAC is greater than VAD. So potential difference across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to length of that portion. Means larger the length of the wire, more will be the potential difference across it, provided constant current is flowing through the wire and wire is of uniform area of cross section. So this is the principle of potentiometer. Now how this potentiometer is used for measuring potential difference between any two points. So let us understand that how it is used to measure potential difference across a circuit or between any two points. So here I consider 2 points. Let this is small a and this point is small b. So we have to measure the potential difference between A and B. So here we connect galvanometer and other end is connected to jockey. This is jockey, so it can be slided over this wire AB. Now as I said, as we move from A toward B, potential it go on decreasing, and if V naught, this V naught is the potential difference between A and B. So here I write potential difference between A and V is equal to, let it be V naught, and length of this wire is capital L. So in this case, potential gradient K is equal to V naught over L. Now, in order to measure potential difference between A and B, this jockey is slided from end A toward end B. So as I said, V naught is the potential difference between A and B due to this driving cell. So this is known as driving circuit. Now the potential difference which we have to measure, that should be less than V naught. Means here potential difference between A and B should be less than V naught. Only then we can measure the potential difference. So if I move this jockey from end A toward end B, there will be some point on this wire for which this galvanometer shows no deflection. Actually, this point small a and capital A, they are at the same potential. This is a connecting wire of very small resistance. So we can assume that potential at point A and this small a, it is same. And these 2 points are at higher potential in this case. So if I move jockey from end A toward end B, let this P be the point. When jockey is connected at this point or touched at this point, galvanometer shows no deflection. It means the potential at point B and this P, it is same. Means no potential difference between this point and this point. So that's why this galvanometer shows no deflection, and let this length be small l. Means AP is equal to L. So if potential difference between A and B V, then we can write V is equal to potential difference between A and B. Then we can write this V is equal to potential difference per unit length into L. So in this way we can measure the potential difference between these 2 points using potentiometer. So now why this is accurate method for measuring potential difference, or why we say that this potential difference between A and V is accurate? Because this potentiometer, it works on null point method, means this galvanometer is not showing any deflection, means circuit is not withdrawing any current, so this potential difference is accurate. So in this way we use potentiometer for measurement of potential difference between any 2 points or across a circuit. Now next we discuss how this potentiometer is used for comparison of EMF of 2 cells. So this driving circuit, it will remain same. So I keep it as it is. Now comparison of EMF of 2 cells. So I connect here 2 cells, let E1 and E2 be their EMFs. But these are the 2 cells. Let its EMF be E1, its EMF be E2. Let this key is K. Here I write K1 and K2. So this is the circuit diagram for comparison of EMF of 2 cells using potentiometer. So this circuit, this is known as auxiliary circuit or driving circuit, and or if E be the EMF of this cell, then this is known as driver cell, and these 2 cells are known as driven cells. Now in order to use this potentiometer for comparison of these 2 EMFs E1 and E2, the EMF of this cell should be greater than this E1 and E2. Only then we will be able to obtain null point on this wire. So first, if I close this key is already closed, and if I close this key K1 and let the null point be obtained at this point be J, and let this length be equal to L1. Means when I close this key K1, then cell of, so that I write here E1 and here E2. So when I close this key K1, cell of EMF E1, it will introduce in the circuit. So when we move jockey from A toward P, let J be the null point such that AJ is equal to L1. Then by the principle of potentiometer, we can write E1 proportional to L1, or again if V naught be the potential difference between these 2 points A and B, and L be the, if AV is equal to capital L and potential difference across AV is equal to V naught, then we can write this E1 is equal to KL1, or that is equal to V naught over L into L1. So let this be number 1. Now in second case, we open this key K1 and close this key K2. So when K2 is closed, cell of EMF E2, it will be introduced in the circuit, and let the null point be obtained at another point, let that point be J dash, and let this length be L2. So we can write here AJ dash is equal to L2. So again E2 is equal to K into L2, that is equal to V naught over L into L2. Let this be number 2. So 1 and 2 implies E1 over E2 is equal to L1 over L2. So in this way we can find, or we can compare the EMF of these two cells. So this is how potentiometer is used for measurement of potential difference between 2 points, or measurement of EMF, or the comparison of EMF. Here we can also measure E1 or E2 if out of these two one is standard cell, means whose EMF is known. If here we know the EMF E2, then we can find the value of E1. Similarly, if E1 is known, then we can find the value of E2. Also practically, as I said, this wire, it is of uniform area of cross section and constant current should flow through this wire. So this wire is made up of, as we discussed in meter bridge, this wire is made up of constant or manganese, means its resistance should not change with change in temperature. Second, now what is the length of this wire? So practically, instead of one wire, we use 4 wires in series, and each wire has length of 1 meter. So in case of potentiometer, practically the 4 wires are used in series, or we can also use more than 4 wires, but the length of one wire is 1 meter and these wires are connected in series. So now why we use more wires? Because larger the length of the wire, greater will be the sensitivity of the wire, means more, not sensitivity of the wire but sensitivity of the potentiometer, means larger the length of the wire used, more sensitive will be the potentiometer. Actually this K, its value is V naught over L. So smaller the value of K, more sensitive will be the potentiometer. So in order to increase the sensitivity of potentiometer, what we do? We increase this length or decrease the value of K. So this is about potentiometer, how it is used for comparison of EMF of 2 cells, or how it is used for measurement of EMF or potential difference. So with this I stop here, and I wish that you stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.